Hey guys, so we have probably become experts at factoring trinomials, but we've probably been doing all our factoring with trinomials with a leading coefficient of 1 or an a value of 1. In this case, our a value is not equal to 1. So let's see what we do. We have our leading coefficient, in this case is 3. This method is usually called slip slide. I like to call it slip slide, multiply, divide, because multiply and divide is actually the mathematical operations that we're going to use. So what are we going to do here? We're going to do this step by step. We need to get it into a form that we know. So we're going to take this 3 and we're going to slip it or multiply it by our constant. Okay, so now that we're slipping it, so we're moving it. Now the x squared has a coefficient of 1 plus 5x, that doesn't change, minus 3 times 8 is 24. Okay, now we have a trinomial that kind of looks more friendly, right? So we can factor it into 2 binomials. We know that the first term is going to be x. And look at this, we have a minus sign here. When we have a negative sign in front of the constant, what does it mean? It means where our 2 factors are going to have different signs. So one's going to be positive and one's going to be negative. Now we want to go through our factor pairs. What factor pairs multiply to give you 24? 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. Well, because I have different signs here, I know I'm going to be adding numbers with different signs or subtracting. So I'm looking for a difference of 5 because that's my middle term. Which of these pairs has a difference of 5? 8 minus 3. Now, because this sign is positive, that means my higher factor is going to be the positive one, so this is going to be x plus 8 and x minus 3. Looks like we're done, but we're not. Remember, this was slip, slide, multiply, divide. We multiplied, but we did not divide. And the reason we're dividing is to kind of cancel out that little multiplication thing that we did at the beginning. Okay, so let's see. What did we multiply by? We multiplied the constant by 3. Here we have 2 constants because we factored, and we're going to divide each of these by 3. This one is easy because x, negative 3 over 3 is negative 1. So that's going to be my second factor. And now, here's where it gets a little tricky, but really not even that tricky. I'm going to first try to simplify 8 over 3 into a simpler fraction. I can't do that in this case, and I don't want to deal with mixed numbers. So I am going to take this 3, and I am going to slide, that's where the slide comes in. I'm going to slide it in front of my x. So I have 3x plus 8. And this is my factored expression. If you want to check it, you can check it by doing FOIL. FOIL would be first, which is 3x squared, outside, minus 3x, inside plus 8x, and last minus 8. We combine our like terms and we go right back to where we started, which is what we're hoping for. And you can also put the original expression and your factored expression into a graphing calculator, and if they have the same graph or exactly the same tables, you know that you factored correctly. Let's go to one more Okay, and now we're experts. What are we going to do? We see a leading coefficient of 5. We're going to multiply that. So what do we have? We have n squared plus 14n, and 5 times 9 is 45. So that's plus 45. Okay, what's next? Now we're going to factor because it's just a regular trinomial. Okay, n goes here, n goes here. Now, this is what we like to see. The positive sign means both signs are going to be the same. This positive sign means that they're both going to be positive. So we're going to put n plus something times n plus something. Now let's look. What are the factor pairs of 45? 1 times 45, 3 times 15. And let's see, what else is there? Is there anything else? 9 times 5, right? 5 times 9. Now we're looking for a sum of 14. Well, look, 5 plus 9 is 14. So we're going to have n plus 5 times n plus 9. And again, what did we do? We multiplied by 5 in the first step, so we have to divide by 5 here. And what are we going to get? This is going to be equal to 1. So we have n plus 1 times, slide this over, 5n, whoops, 5n plus 9. Okay, and that is our factored expression. Again, let's do FOIL. And we have n times 5n is 5n squared. And then outside plus 9n, inside plus 5n, last plus 9. Combine your middle terms, your like terms, 5n squared plus 14n plus 9. And there we have it, and that is our slip, slide, multiply, divide.